Sometimes communication has to be very subtle. I was thinking about, the last conversation I had with my guru when we met there, where it seemed like I had gone there, and that, I had been, he asked me about medicine. Do you think, like, the ends justifies the means in terms of, like, there's all the medicine. I had expressed that I had an interest in traditional medicine, that I wanted to learn about it. He said, well, there's really no use to going out and digging the herbs and learning to do it that way because, they've refined the substances and stuff. I mean, but there's a difference between supplements and pharmaceuticals. And see, I'd grown up around this pharmaceutical business around here, and I thought really highly of them. I recited everything they told us was right to say about them, and I just recited all that to him. And he said, I can't recall precisely what he said, but, it was something like, is that your real opinion? And well, I'm not sure. If you think about it, did you come up with that on your own? Is that from your own observation, or is that something that you're repeating that somebody told you to say? And, but we talked about, the difference between human experimentation on prisoners and human experimentation on captives. And we had a nice discussion about that. I was like, well, I think there's a difference between captives and prisoners. I mean, you could just grab anybody off the street and do experiments on them. Or you could go through some kind of process. Eventually, this is how it evolved. That some kind of process by which if they cross it, you could do it progressively. And he said, I don't like to do it progressively. And I said, well, what if it progresses up to a line, and then after the line, you don't have to do it progressively? He said, but where's the line? I guess people have to individually discern that. Well, see, then he said, well, that's what a guru does, is he discerns what the lines are. And then if you cross the line, it gets unprogressive. And I think you've crossed that line with me. Not that I'm going to torture you like that, but kind of. And he sent me here saying that, we're in the school of hard knocks, but you'll be living near places where you can go and buy supplements, and then you could figure this stuff out. I mean, I went through all this with just completely, they haven't hit me with anything new. Maybe a new combination, maybe a new sequence of hitting me with poisons. But, for about first 10 years I was here, I was either not taking supplements or I was taking completely the wrong ones, and I still survived that, but I look pretty hideous. And some people say, well, it's just cosmetic damage, but yeah, because I went from, I was in my 20s and I started looking like I was in my 40s, and then I started looking like older than that, and then I started looking like I was, now I look younger now than I did when I was 30. So it was like, this stuff is really crazy.